got scared and backed off.
Oh, so they went back? We got about 40 people that just crossed here a little while ago. Sorry I didn't get pictures of getting them over here, but it was an early morning cross. We had 30 that didn't cross, and so looks like there's a lot of people coming through. We had a little bit of bad weather last night, so they weren't as anxious to cross. So I think today is going to be a busy day. I'm supposed to be headed towards the Veronica Escobar rally, but after some of the intel from last night, if you guys saw my earlier video, I think there's some people that are trying to mess with me in particular. So depending on how busy it is here, I may try to swing by there, but if not, we've still got a really good presence there, and we're still going to have our border tour afterwards regardless of what happens. So but anyway, yeah, so these guys are going to be heading to processing, but I wanted to show you guys. Think about this, guys. Thursday night we had 1,700 just in the El Paso sector in one night, and you know, that only represents the main areas of crossing was only like 20 miles. So, and for those of you that are watching this video for the first time, one thing I want to point out is that only 10% of the people that are coming in here claiming asylum will actually qualify. So that means that 90% of the people crossing the border right now, if they were to go in front of a judge, which right now they won't go in front of a judge for 5 to 7 years, would not qualify for asylum, okay? So a lot of times you can notice by the way that they're dressed, you can tell sometimes people, especially from Brazil, and that's what this looks like here. You know, there's no crisis in Brazil. They're not fleeing anything. So the point I want to bring up to you guys is that we have people coming in from all 50 different countries, and you know, it's not stopping. I call this an invasion because it's a silent invasion. The numbers that are coming in on the 2,200 miles of border is astronomical. It's absolutely astronomical. And then, of course, the other thing that you run into is we have a lot of human trafficking, sex trafficking, child trafficking. And while Border Patrol is tied up with groups like this, which are popping up all over the border, what ends up happening is that areas like this, where you have mountainous area next to the border, okay, basically you end up in a situation where those go exposed. There's no Border Patrol out there to patrol and do their normal job, which is to protect our national security from people that we really don't want here, like terrorists and you know, fentanyl smuggling and opioid smuggling and, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. So it really, when you think about it, it's a crisis on many levels. And like I said, and then there is that 10%, you know, but where is that 10%? And now the numbers are getting so astronomical with everybody claiming asylum and everybody, you know, it's becoming hard to separate the real ones from the ones that actually aren't real, that actually don't have a claim. So, you know, that's the other side to this coin that nobody talks about. Not to mention, think about this, guys. Every single one of these people is going to need a place to live. They're going to need food. They're going to need housing. Okay, they're going to need all sorts of stuff that somebody's going to have to pay for at some point. You know, they're not, you know, right now as it is, as they're coming in, you know, the governor of New Mexico and some of the other anti-border people, they're asking for the charities, the churches, and everybody to help out. And All I'm saying is that there's just different levels to this crisis, and it is an invasion. And the only thing that's going to stop it is the changes in our asylum laws. You know, we have monetized kids right now to the point where people are renting kids, they're borrowing kids. You know, you have all kinds of different things going on where people don't want to come over by themselves because they're afraid they might get deported. Or if they come over in a family unit and they don't have a kid, they can, you know, they can buy a baby from the cartel, and then they can cross the border and they don't have to worry. So I think when this is all over, people are going to realize that the amount of child trafficking that's actually gone on is astronomical. And again, I want to point out, I'm not saying that in particular with this group, because we don't know, okay? But the thing is, when you don't have any biometrics for anybody that's coming in, and you have limited background information even after they each go through their 2-hour processing, you know, it's very difficult to do anything. I mean, the kids don't come with passports. They're coming in here illegally, and so they don't have a lot of information on them. So the other thing is, of course, is the Democrats don't care. This is, for them, they're allowing this because it's a power grab. They don't care about your sovereignty. They don't care about the infrastructure. They don't care about becoming American citizens. You know, they're taking advantage of our laws. They're taking advantage of our borders. And, you know, and the people that are really getting killed here are the Border Patrol, because this is nonstop. This is basically the Uber service to the processing center, and then into the overcrowded processing center, because nobody will bring the National Guard here, not even in a civilian role, to help these guys out so they can get back on the border and actually patrol the border, which is what they're supposed to be doing. But instead, everybody's here in different capacities, you know, taking people to appointments, to the airport, to the train station, to the doctor, and instead of actually, you know, doing their job. So, you know, the only ones that are getting rich off of this is the cartel. They're the ones getting all the money. They get $1,500 to, in some cases, $8,000 per head just to get them to the border. And in the meantime, in all the other countries, they're advertising right now, come to the United States, come claim asylum. It's easy for you guys to get in. In some cases, we're hearing reports that people are being given cash to pay their way to get here. So if you don't think this is an invasion, if you don't think this is affecting national security, if you don't think this is going to affect you at your home soon, you're absolutely wrong, because whether they're from Brazil or Honduras or Salvador or Guatemala, wherever they're from, it's not racist to have a border. I'm not a racist person. We're not a racist group. But what you need to understand is this is not just going to stay at the border city. This is something that's actually going to affect you. This is something that's actually coming to your neighborhood soon, because these people are not staying here. They are being shipped out into all 50 states. So, you know, when we talk about people down here like Veronica Escobar, who replaced Beto O'Rourke, said that the guy that said he was going to rip down the wall back here completely, and you know, you hear some of these crazy policies where all they're concerned about is getting more buildings and more places to put people in processing, not stopping and fixing the thing by building a wall or changing the asylum laws, but actually ways to accommodate more people coming in. And so when you hear that kind of talk, understand that those aren't just representatives of one state. The border, this is the border of the United States of America, guys. So, you know, that the state may want to treat it like it's just their border, but it's also, the borders belong to our country. And because this is affecting all Americans deserve to know the truth about exactly what is going on down here. And so, you know, and that's why it's important, guys, that we share these videos. If you can do nothing else other than share the videos, and you guys have been doing a great job, those who you've been following me regularly. If you're new to the video, that's why I kind of keep going through some of the information that sounds repetitive. I have to assume you're new, but the thing is that you got to share these videos. The biggest thing you can do to help is make people aware that we actually have an invasion going on, and that's what we're down here trying to show you. We're trying to show you why it's happening, what has to be done in order to stop the invasion. You know, right now, it's really, a lot of it's got to do with Congress, and the only way that they're going to move is if enough Americans get mad and make enough noise, you know, to drown out these liberals who are being, you know, basically, they're selling us out for power. because they don't care. Like I've said 100 times, if they truly cared and we're in these people's corner that are coming through here, then they would have the National Guard down here setting up tents. They would be helping them get fed instead of packing them into processing centers that are designed for, 4,000 people. They wouldn't be doing that. Look at the little kids here, and there's tons of kids. I mean, that's one of the biggest tragedies is that it's not just here. These kids are being brought in from all over the world, and like I said, I'm not saying with this specific group, but there's a lot of groups where you see kids and you're like, okay, this kid definitely was rented, this kid was borrowed. And like I said, they're trying to do some programs in the Border Patrol DNA, 90-minute DNA tests, but they're finding out with the numbers coming in, the processing times aren't realistic and the DNA kits are very expensive. So now what they're trying to do is a fingerprinting pilot program where they fingerprint the kids, but keep in mind that only works when they make their second trip through. Okay, so the first trip, it doesn't matter. Fingerprint them, let them go. The second trip, if they've been recycled, then they're catching them. So, but one of the cool things that came out of Texas here last month is they did find out and confirm that over 3,000 of them, actually kids, had been recycled. And they actually found one here in the El Paso sector recently, not through fingerprinting or anything else, but just through simple questioning. So, if it's as easy as questioning to detect it, what are the real numbers on it? And I would say to people like Veronica Escobar and Governor Lujan, how do you guys answer the question of child trafficking? How do you answer the question and explain to your voters that we don't have a national security crisis here when there's no Border Patrol watching open sections of our border where there is no wall? So I look at all of it together, guys, and when you do the math on all of it, this is equaling up to a disaster for the United States of America. And keep in mind, guys, they're not doing anything for the Border Patrol down here to help them out. You see how many vehicles it takes off the front line just to deal with a group like this. Now imagine the other day we had 1,700 people come through. Now this is only 40, guys. Okay, this is only 44. This is the beginning of the day. There's a lot of day left. The weather was bad last night, and that's probably why a lot of people didn't come through. But at the end of the day, it still comes down to, you see they gotta put their luggage in the truck. Just like they come over expecting, hey guys, will you load my luggage? I mean, it's unreal. It's unbelievable. And you can see, anyway, it's disgusting. For those of you that are over at the rally, we've got some of our people there, probably because of the activity here and because of what I've been told about threats after last night. I know you guys don't want me to get arrested. It seems like they're trying real hard to do that. So I'm probably not going to be over there, but I know that others will be. We'll still have a big presence there. And the other thing is we're not going to let these people go held unaccountable. I know you guys out there, you guys share these videos. I don't have a Twitter or Instagram account, but I know I've heard that you guys, have been doing a great job sharing the videos. So, and that's the biggest thing.
We're going to have to make several trips.
As you can see, we just had another group come in. Check it out. See this?
Escúcheme, okay? What are we doing first?
We're telling them to get rid of all that trash stuff that's running into the
Tenga dos camisas. Quítate uno. Tenga la sweater, la chaqueta y una camisa. Eso está bien, okay. Eso tenga tus sí, eso sí te quitas.
Nomás una camisa. Un pantalón. Un pantalón.
Y la sweater o la hoodie y la camisa está bien. La chaqueta sí, pero si tengas dos o tres, un camisa, un chaquete o hoodie.
Lo extra va a ir ahí.
Are you taking their are you taking the shoelaces off? Y los cintos. Y los cintos de los zapatos.
So they're going to be heading to processing. But that brings the number now, that's like another 25, I want to say, that just came in. I got a feeling we're going to have a busy day today.
En su bolsa no más dinero, identificación, diciendo dinero.
And that group's heading over there. So again, guys, Thursday we had 1,700 people come through here just on Thursday. It's Saturday morning. We had rain yesterday, so this is one of the highest trafficked areas in the 2,200-mile border sector, at least in this sector of El Paso. This part here is well known for drug trafficking. It's well known for human trafficking. It basically, you never know what's going to come through this area. But we never have a lack of action here. You don't have to go through the desert anymore. You don't have to be out there, you know, leaving water stations to get in. The smuggling has become so easy now that they do it from one major city right to the other. And like I said, that's the issue. When you got everybody tied up like this, you know, this is why the extra eyes and ears on the border are needed. That's why we're down here. You know, so that we can watch and see exactly what's going on, you know, so.
No, basura,
trash.
Okay guys, so what's going to happen now is we're going to go back and restation. I wanted to get you guys a picture of what's happening this morning, get you a video to share. Bottom line is it's like 2 hours per person once they get there. Like I said before, the processing center is only designed for about 4,000 people. Right now there's 20,000 people waiting to be processed. So you're talking about a long time. So, but it looks like it's going to be a busy day. Check out Anthony's live feed later on. He's going to be over there, Conservative Anthony. He's going to be at the Veronica Escobar Town Hall meeting. So check out his live feed. He's going to be going live. There's some cowboys over there. They're going to be riding horses as well. We're going to let Veronica Escobar know that her anti-border stance is not acceptable to the state of Texas, nor is it acceptable to America. And like I said, there's going to be plenty of people over there even without me. I just have to be careful because I'm getting word that they're trying to set me up on different things. And so in order for me to make sure that I'm on here going live with you guys every day, I've got to take the advice of my legal counsel. So anyway, check those guys out. I think they'll be live around 9 o'clock. And then we're going to do some stuff in the afternoon. So I will be live and I will be with the group. So anyway, for those of you that are here, you're going to see me today. It's just that you're just not going to see me in the parking lot over there at the rally. But you will see me today. And it looks like, based on how the morning is going, it looks like we're going to be extremely busy down here in El Paso. I hate to say that, but this thing is not slowing down, guys. It's getting worse. That's the problem. So, you know, it's the only thing we can do right now is make people aware. Hopefully they call their representatives. Hopefully they call their Congress. Hopefully they make some noise and get it done. So I'll talk to you guys later. Share the videos, and if I get anything else going on today, guys, I'll be back. Thank you very much.